Joining us now is Tennessee Representative Tim Burchett, who has been a vocal advocate for increasing transparency from the government when it comes to identified flying objects. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, ma'am. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. The latest report shows the government cannot explain 171 of these sightings. What do you think those could be?
Well, I've been a believer in the phenomena for a long time. I'm a Christian. I'm not a very good one. I read my Bible, and first chapter of Ezekiel is pretty clear of a UFO sighting. Of course, it's written from King James Version and it's translated.
Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashai, Ba'asham Rachat Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere care. And hey, once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashai, Ba'asham Rachat Wadash. And this is the book of, let me just jump right to that, Psalm 64 verse 8. And you see Esau Edom is revealing that they know the truth. They know exactly what these UFOs are. And this is what brothers have been saying for years now, that these devils, they know what these so-called UFOs are, because they'll call it a UFO, they'll call it a UAP, right? They will act like as though they don't know what these things are, but in reality they know exactly what it is. It is the chariots of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, and of course the salvation of our people. I know I can't find these precepts. So this is the book of Psalm 64 verse 8. But they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And then you have this Edomite-looking guy, right? Because you never know, he could actually be a Jake. Because it's difficult to imagine Esau Edom admitting to what the chariots are. But back to what I was saying. You have this Edomite-looking guy, he admits that the so-called unidentified flying objects, unidentified area phenomena that have been showing up all over Babylon the Great and being reported all over Babylon the Great and really all over the earth, but the highest frequency, right, the highest amount of chariot sightings, you have it in Babylon the Great. And he just came out, and there were actually two, but I only just played the video of the first one, and he just came out and admitted that these are angels, these are the chariots of the Most High. And this is what the scriptures talk about when it says, a flying robe. When it talks about an angel, a cherubim, right, sitting in the driver's seat of a chariot. And you have these wacky Christians. They make these weird images are quote unquote biblically accurate angels. But you have these and you know what? Just Google the biblically accurate angels, and it's just something that can't be explained. And that's what they show, because they don't understand the scriptures, and they don't understand how the scriptures describe the chariots. So let me get this precept next. Because now we're talking about the UFO, and this is a beautiful opportunity right here, to go into the chariots, because this is exactly what those UFOs are, without too much explanation. And it just shows you that once again, the men of the Lord have been revealed to be to have the truth. And hold on, let me just do this. And here it is. So this is the book of Psalm 68 verse 17. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. Yahweh is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. Well, this is of course referring to the chariots, because you see these flying saucers, these so-called UFOs, these so-called UAPs. It's not little green men that are piloting them, but rather the angels of the Most High, Yahweh Basham Yahushai. And this is great news, man. When I was watching that video, I was like, no, I have to do a response to this. Yahweh Basham Yahushai, when these devils have been forced to admit that the chariots are the angels, that shows you that that shows you the time that we're in, because now more than ever, the deliverance is getting closer and closer. The end is getting closer and closer, which is basically those self same chariots that these men were talking about to reveal themselves, and then everybody on the earth, right, will know exactly what those chariots are and what they represent. And that is at the return of our Lord Yahushua, because he will come back with with those chariots, man, an entire host, an entire army of them. So let's start from there. And that should be the book of Revelation, chapter 1, and I'll jump down to 7. Revelation 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, right, as it is written, the Most High hideth his chariots in he hideth his chariots in the clouds, or he maketh the clouds his chariots. So it's not just, all these flying saucers or so-called UAPs or UFOs, and even some of these so-called UFOs or UAPs appear as clouds as well. You have chariots hidden in the clouds. Now, Revelation 1, verse 7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. And that makes me now want to jump to my next precept in the book of Ezekiel, the 5th chapter. Go on, slack, not Ezekiel, the 5th chapter. That is Zechariah, the 5th chapter. Zechariah 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side, according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side, according to it. Right? Because this is exactly what the chariot represents, the vehicles of the destruction of Esau, Edom's kingdom. Because it's these chariots that are going to be releasing, right, that thermonuclear fire, or those laser beams that will destroy Babylon the Great and this Esau's kingdom, and they'll also be the ones controlling the through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham, of the Most High Yahweh. Of course, they'll be controlling the nuclear missiles to land on Babylon the Great, right? So what this chariot represents is the destruction of this kingdom, but also more importantly, the deliverance of our people. And this was the first precept that I thought of when I saw that video, right? The strangeness of our salvation, because it's going to be men like that would be saying and saying, be saying all these things. So this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they cease, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Right, and right now, even he is saying it that the government, they don't know, they can't identify, they have no knowledge of almost majority of the sightings of these of the chariots, okay, which they, of course, they have their own terms for it, but we know it as the chariots of the Most High, Yahweh Basham Yahshai, Marakab in the Hebrew, right? But yeah, they have no explanation for these chariots, man. You see the chariots doing things that Esau, Edom with his technology is unable to do. The maneuverability, the speed at which these chariots move, and also the way that the chariots are able to hack into their systems and take control of it. And we've already seen different accounts of these things happening, from the Air Force, right, to the regular military, to even chariot sightings of normal civilians. So Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, Yahweh Sham Shai, and his lot among the saints, right? When they see the deliverance, okay, they will be muttering and grinning and saying all these things once they realize the true power and the true significance of those chariots and what they represent, which is the coming destruction of this kingdom. Because that's exactly what the chariots are. I see a video going into a chariot or into the chariot. I see a chariot sighting video. That's basically like the spirit telling you that they're telling you, as it's written, look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. Right? Let me go to that in the book of Luke, Luke 21. Let me see if I can get that preset real quick. Luke 21. Luke 21. Let me see. Let me see. Here it is. So this is the book of Luke 21, verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. And that's exactly what these chariots represent. Once you see them, you have the chariot sightings, or even you have Esau, Edom having their, speaking about the chariots. And now, it's come to the point where they are forced to admit exactly what these chariots are, which are the chariot, it's exactly what the chariots really are, or I should say, what the so-called UFOs really are, which are the chariots of the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai. And anyway, once again, call Hawa Yahweh Basham Yahushai Basham Rakakwadash. Because because now it's becoming clear and clear, we're almost out of here. This is really going to, with this revelation, you know, who knows what other great signs and wonders will happen as the year goes on by. So many things going on, so many exciting things, especially in these times of prophecy happening all over the earth. And now you have these devils actively admitting to what the chariots are. That's beautiful to see right there, because the Most High is once again made these devils to made these devils' tongues to fall upon themselves, made Esau Edom to tell on themselves and reveal to you people out there in the world that don't the people out there in the world is just another mouth, right? That is telling you exactly what these chariots are, or rather what these so-called, because that's what Esau Edom will call them, these so-called UFOs are, which are the chariots of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And I want to get a final preset before I close out. Going into going into this, and I really wanted to bring this out. So that is the book of, let's say, Second Esdras, the 13th chapter. This is probably going to be a little bit long, so you have to bear with me, right? Second Esdras 13 verse 1. I should just start from here. Second Esdras 13 verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graven him. No, it's like, let me start from the top. Let me start from the top. Second Esdras 13 verse 1. And it came to pass that after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. The man, of course, represents our Lord Yahushai, or is our Lord Yahushai. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire. And this is the fire that's actually coming out of the chariot, the laser beams that are coming out of the chariots, and it's just straight up destroying everything. Okay, it's able to disintegrate everything, and it's going to destroy Esau Edom's kingdom. This is why in the book of Revelation 12 verse 10 on down, you see in the war in heaven that Esau is instantly taken out, and it's because of just the how far advanced, right, the chariot of the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahshai is to Esau's, Air Force and Space Force, SpaceX, and even though they have all this military, right, all this technology ready at an attempt to intercept the chariots, intercept our Lord Yahushua when he's coming back down on the earth, it will still be unable to actually do anything to the chariots. Second Esdras 13, verse 6. Okay, hold on. So let me continue reading. Second Esdras 13, verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself up on a great mountain, and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. Right, because our Lord Yahushua is also coming in a chariot, in a so-called, you know what Israel called the UFOs, so-called UAPs. What they are the chariots of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. And the scriptures have recorded that he's coming back in a massive white chariot, the fathership, right? And that's where I'll stop from it, right here, because I already got what I wanted to get, and it's showing you just how large the chariot is. That when the prophet Ezra saw it, he thought it was a mountain, and he could not see the base, right, of the mountain. Nor was where the mountain starts from, or the bottom part of it that will show where it actually started from. That's showing you how big the chariot is, big enough to cover, you know, the whole sky basically. So let's get this. So let me get this next precept. Lies in the book of Revelation, the 19th chapter, because the chariots represent victory for our people, man. When you see those chariots, you feel like you've already won. Like you know that the battle is over, that you've already won, because that's what the chariots are. They represent victory for our people. That's why even in slavery, in the transatlantic slave trade, Jake over there in Babylon the Great had that song, swing low, sweet chariots, right? Because even during that time, they were seeing the chariots as well. And even then, even with our limited understanding of the scriptures, our people still understood what the chariot represented and what it meant for our people. So this is the book of Revelation 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven opened, and beheld a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. And the white horse it just also represents the chariot, right? The same chariot that you see in Second Esdras, the 13th chapter, is the same chariot that is spoken of right here, Revelation 19, verse 11. And the rider, of course, is our Lord Yahushai. And you know what is coming back on the earth to do, to conquer this kingdom and to deliver his people. And of course, it's all been going to the same thing, because really you can't deliver you're the elect of the nation of Israel without conquering Babylon the Great, without conquering and destroying Babylon the Great, right? Because this is what our Lord Yahushua is coming to do, and he will fulfill his mission on the earth. So with that, I'll end the video right here once again. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Racha Kwadash, Wa Abad Babal Shalom.